Good morning, Bessie Carmichael. One more time. Good morning, Bessie Carmichael. Magandang umaga. Magandang umaga. Buenos dias. My name is Tina Lagdeman, and I am the principal of Bessie Carmichael School Filipino Education Center. We want to welcome. We want to testing. Can everybody hear me? We want to welcome everyone to Walk and Roll to School Day. And on the behalf of the Bessie School community, I want to give a warm welcome to the Honorable Mayor Ed Lee, Supervisor Jane Kim, Superintendent Carranza, Chief Sir, and all our city and transportation leaders who are here this morning. We are very happy to be here today to highlight that walking to school can be fun and healthy for our students. Bessie Carmichael is a very special school because of the diverse people and the families who work for one purpose: to make this school a great place to learn for the children of San Francisco. We love that our school is in the heart of this great city of San Francisco, and unfortunately, students, families, and staff are put in danger of traffic too often. Our parents and our school community have worked for many years to win the safety improvements. We now have a leading pedestrian interval at 7th Street and Folsom and new school zone signage. I want to thank Mayor Ed Lee for his leadership in making our streets safe for children at Bessie and across the city. I would like to thank Supervisor Jane Kim for supporting the children and families here in the south of Market and working to implement these safety measures. I would like to thank Superintendent Carranza for his leadership and for his Vision 2025. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to Miss Washington, who had coordinated all of this together. I also want to thank the many leaders and staff who are here today from SRTS Partnership, including SFUSD, DPH, SF Environment, MTA, SFPD, and the County Transportation Authority for providing the resources for this program. We look forward to working with everyone to address the safety concerns so that our children can walk and roll to school safely each day. It is with great honor and privilege to introduce to you our mayor, the Honorable Mayor Ed Lee. Welcome.
Thank you, Principal Langdeman. Good morning, everyone. What a happy Giants Day we have. Yeah. Well, I'm very thankful that you allowed me to walk with you to participate in Walk and Roll Day here with the school, here in the great school of Bessie Carmichael, one of the best schools in San Francisco, right? Yeah. Well, it's the best school because all of you students are doing really, really well. And we want to make sure that you're always going to be safe when you're walking to this school. But guess what? We're also working all together. Our municipal railway, our rec and park, our public health, our police officers, our school district, our principals, everyone is working together to make sure not only you are safe, but every child and family is safe in San Francisco, all over the city. How about safe in the entire city? Yeah. So we have done improvements around this school, and thanks to Supervisor Jane Kim, she's been a big champion of making sure this school was safe, and we're doing the same thing at West Portal, at Sunset, at Jefferson School. How about every school gets safe, just like this one? Yes. And we're going to work very hard to do that. And we want every school, in fact, some kids have to take the bus and ride to school. Some kids take their bikes and ride to school. And many, many kids walk to school. We want to make sure that our entire experience, whether it's on the sidewalk, crossing the streets, is always going to be safe no matter where you're at. And so that's why we're working hard this November to pass a bond that will help us get more money so that we can fix all these streets, make them safer. We're going to work very hard to make sure that Vision Zero, everybody know Vision Zero? That means no fatalities, no accidents. That means that our city will be safe. We want 0 accidents that hurt people because of cars or because of crosswalks that are not safe. Vision Zero is the way, and we want to make sure we fund that well. Everybody say, Vision Zero.
Vision Zero.
And we have a big advocate today called Walk SF. They're helping us organize all of the volunteers throughout all the communities throughout San Francisco to make sure that we get to this policy in the city. So you have everyone working together for your safety. Let's make sure our city is not only safe, it's successful, and we'll make sure that our school board keeps working with us. I have a member of the school board that works with me in my office. Her name is Hydra Mendoza, and she's working really hard to do all the wonderful things that we need to do to support our schools. So let's have it for safe schools, safe schools. Vision Zero. Walk and roll. Go Giants. All right.
Woo! Thank you so much, Mayor Lee. We're so pleased to have the mayor's leadership on traffic safety and Vision Zero, and also making your school safer so that every day when you walk, roll, or bicycle, or bus to school, you can get there safely. I also want to thank the Bessie Carmichael School and community and Principal Lagdeman and Bobby Washington for letting us highlight how amazing your school is. So you guys are one of our all-stars. You're fighting for what you need in order to get to school safely. And that's because you have people like Bobby Washington, Principal Lagdeman, and parents and the community all working together along with our city leaders. So the Safe Routes to Schools program runs Walk and Roll to School Day, this event, in order to tell all of our communities and show all of our communities that walking to school and rolling to school and bicycling to school is possible, it's feasible, and it's fun. How many of you had fun today? Woo! Yeah, because it's fun to walk to school, right? So through Safe Routes to Schools, we're doing that in many, many schools. So today, we did that in 84 schools across the city. 84 schools had kids walking to school today. So we're really pleased with that. It's an all-time record. And the Safe Routes to Schools partnership works with the SFMTA. We have the director of SFMTA, Ed Reskin, here with us today to make our streets safer. We work with the Department of Public Health, who runs the program, and we have the director, the health officer, Tomas Aragon, here with us today. He's a medical doctor. You got to listen to him. We also have SF Environment and Bob Hayden here with us today, who's working on clean transportation. We have the Bicycle Coalition, and we have Leah Sham, the director of the Bicycle Coalition, who's also a partner, and their staff working with our staff at Walk San Francisco. And that's Gennaro in the back, and he helped organize this event. So say thank you to Gennaro. And finally, the partnership would not be successful without our city's leadership. So I want to turn it over to one of our biggest leaders on Vision Zero and traffic safety and community here today, and that is Supervisor Jane Kim. And Supervisor Kim doesn't stop until the community gets what they need. And she's a real wonderful example of a great community partner and leader here in SOMA.
Thank you. Good morning, Bessie. Good morning. So I live in the neighborhood. I live a block away from Bessie, and I walked to school today. But even in that short walk, I got to see the difference that this neighborhood has made for the South of Market. First, I got to walk through the crosswalk in front of the park that this community spent 10 years fighting for. And then I got to walk across the bike lane, the green bike lane on Folsom Street that this community has also fought many years for. And then I looked to my right, and I saw the crossing guards that many of the parents here fought to make sure that we had on 7th Street so we would all be safe walking to school and walking home every day. And then finally, when we got to the park, I got to see the park that this community fought for and finally built in 2006. So, what is the lesson from that story? What did you all learn from that story? Don't give up, keep fighting. But most importantly, we make our neighborhood, and we can make a difference. So I want everyone to repeat that. We make this neighborhood. And we can make a difference. So as we all grew up here, remember all the things that your parents and the adults in this community and you have fought for, and let's continue to make this a safer community for everyone. But it's always important to be grateful. So I think that we should say a big thank you to our parents and also to the city behind us that wants to make the city safer. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you. A couple of months ago, many of you were out on 7th Street and on Harrison Street as kids, putting up signs telling drivers to make this neighborhood safer. So thank you for what you're already doing. And finally, I do have a commendation on behalf of the entire Board of Supervisors here. And this is to recognize Walk and Roll to School Day at Bessie Carmichael. And I want to give it to our principal and our superintendent, Richard Carranza, and Hydra Mendoza, our school board member. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Kim. Next up, I want to highlight one gentleman who helps to make sure you're learning, you're eating healthy, and you're walking and getting the physical activity that you need every day, not just on Walk and Roll to School Day, and that is Superintendent Carranza. And we're really pleased to have him here today to talk about what he's thinking and what he wants to do around walking and biking to school and how important this is for your health.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. So good morning, boys and girls. Wait, I know we can be louder than that. Good morning, boys and girls. That's what I'm talking about. Very briefly, I just want to thank you for participating in Walk and Roll to School Day. Do you realize that right now at San Francisco International Airport, there are people coming to San Francisco from around the world to do what we get to do for free every single day, which is walk the beautiful streets of San Francisco. So I'm going to encourage you not to make this the only day that you walk, not to make this the only day that you get out into our city and explore the city. I want the city to be your classroom, and it's because of the efforts of the people that are standing behind me and your teachers and your paraprofessionals and your administrators that we're creating a city that is safe for children to explore as their classroom. So get out and explore, get out and bike, get out and run, get out and breathe fresh air, and more than anything, eat good food. Don't eat junk food. Eat good food so that you can actually get out and run and bike and enjoy the fresh air. So, Bessie, have a great year. Congratulations on Bike and Roll Day today. And let's make every day bike, walk, and roll. And let's make it Rock and Roll Day too. Have a great day.
Thank you, Superintendent Carranza. Next up, I want to highlight some of the folks in the community that are walking and rolling and bicycling to school on a daily basis. So how many of you walk to school on a regular basis? Raise your hand. That's incredible. That's really incredible. Great. So I know Supervisor Kim talked about this, and at Bessie Carmichael, the community has been working for many, many years to get exactly what you're holding, those school zone signs up, right? And to get the improvements to 7th and Folsom so that when you cross those major streets, they're safer. So I want to talk a little bit about Bessie Carmichael. It's located, as you know, we're on some of the most fast-moving, congested streets in the city. And the community has fought really hard to get improvements to this area because Bessie Carmichael is one of the only schools in the city that didn't get 15-mile-per-hour school zones. So our city is working to make it safer because if you go faster than 15 miles per hour, you can really hurt somebody. So some of our parents are here with us today to talk about how their experiences walking to school every day, and I want to turn it over to Adrian Lawrence and Tiffany Brown to talk a little bit about walking to school.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. Today is a perfect day to talk about the safety of our kids. As a parent that walks her child to and from school, I believe that there is a lack of caring on the driver's part. I often witness reckless driving near the school and crosswalks. I find myself waiting and watching children until they are safe getting across the street. Being a parent and a resident of this community, I urge us all to be a part and on board with supporting the walk and roll to school. Thank you, Bessie Carmichael staff, for caring about the love of our children.
Good morning, Bessie Carmichael, parents. Good morning, Bessie Carmichael. That's what I love to hear, the voices of children each morning, and we have to make sure that we are being safe on our way to school. Thank you to all the parents and guardians that lead our children to school, and for those who walk to school or bike to school, who are rolling to school, make sure that you watch out for the safety of yourself and others. Make sure that you look out for the drivers on the streets that you see going by fast. When you walk across the street, always look both ways. What inspires me to walk to school with my son is to be in the environment of the city and to let him know that he's safe. One thing about walking to school, we always have to make sure that we are looking out for our surroundings and make sure that you are aware of your surroundings at all times. I'd like to say thank you to all the parents who guide their children to school and make sure that they get to school safe each and every day. So just for that, thank you, Bessie Carmichael, staff, and students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, parents. The last thing I want to do is highlight the community partners that are here today, and that's SOMCAN, who's been working for many, many years to make our streets safe in SOMA community. And I know SOMCAN has fought for the school zone signs that recently were put up 2 weeks ago around the school. And they're working also to get improved crosswalks, stop signs around the school area. We're going to have a raised crosswalk here, which acts also like a speed bump so that cars can go slowly as you walk from the school to the park. And I know that Supervisor Kim's office, the community, and Bessie Carmichael School are also working with MTA to make improvements around Bessie Carmichael Middle School so that when you guys grow up and you go to middle school, you can also be safe. So we're at Walk SF, we're going to keep working until we get these improvements in the ground. We're going to make sure it's 100% safe for you, and we're not going to stop until we get there. And I want to keep encouraging you to walk, roll, and bicycle to school every day. And now you should probably go to school, huh? So have a great walk and roll to school day. Woo! Thank you, everyone. So while you just hang on 1 second, you're not going to go to school just yet. I'm going to turn it back over to Principal Lagneman, and we're going to start our morning circle.
All right. So every morning, can you hear me? Every morning we have our morning circle. So today we will have Romel lead us in the pledge. Okay, good morning.
Good morning, girls.
Hold on. Please stand. Right here.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. Put your right hand over your heart.
My name is?
My name is Romel.
And I would like to lead, and
And I'm in the class 212, Miss Ison class.
Put your right hand over your heart
Put your right hand over your heart
and pledge.
and pledge. I'll pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberties and justice for all.
Okay, if we can have our guests just stand still. Teachers, let's get them ready for what? College. For college. Have a great learning day. Thank you, everybody.